still shut down nearly a week and counting. Tonight, the House makes repeated attempts to break the dead end. Also tonight, flights get delayed in mid-air, traffic control staffers not getting paid. One of the issues affecting the government shutdown. Tropical Storm Jerry gained strength in the Atlantic tonight, and developing coastal system could bring heavy rain and flooding to parts of the East Coast. And tonight, on Evening Inside, we take a closer look at how communities in Memphis are being affected by the presence of National Guard troops.
From the Mountnear Global Headquarters in Bay Area, California, this is the CBS Evening
Good
News.
evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Abby Jones. It's now day 8 of the government shutdown, and still, there's no deal in sight. Across the country, millions of Americans are starting to feel the pressure. Federal workers have missed paychecks, national parks are closed, and key programs are running out of money. In Washington, the fight continues. Lawmakers in the House have made several attempts to pass a short-term bill to reopen the government, but deep divisions between both parties are holding up progress. At the center of it all is a disagreement over spending, with one side pushing for major budget cuts and the other refusing to move forward without guarantees for certain programs. And while the political debate drags on, real people are caught in the middle of this situation.
President Trump suggested Tuesday that some of the more than 700,000 furloughed workers could be denied back pay once the shutdown ends.
It really depends on who you're talking about. But for the most part, we're going to take care of our people. There are some people that really don't deserve to be taken care of, and we'll take care of them in a different way.
CBS News has learned the White House's Office of Management and Budget is circulating a draft memo suggesting federal employees may not be entitled to back pay, despite a 2019 law signed by President Trump after the last government shutdown.
Congress, on both sides of the aisle, should take a stand against denying pay entitled to furloughed workers.
I believe it's a strategic mistake to now let those folks know or let them think that they could potentially not get back pay.
The president also said Tuesday he will be announcing layoffs within the next 4 or 5 days if the shutdown continues.
A lot of those jobs will never come back.
On Capitol Hill, lawmakers remained deadlocked over health care. Democrats want an extension to Affordable Care Act subsidies, but Republicans insist the shutdown should end first.
Democrats remain ready to seriously negotiate with Republicans to address the health care crisis and get out of the Republican shutdown.
The consequences for the American people are very real, and this just has to stop.
The shutdown is also impacting air travel nationwide, with several airports reporting staffing shortages as a result of some air traffic controllers calling out sick.
That's the way they have to protest, right? They have no other way to show that it's hurting not just them, but us.
The staffing shortages are resulting in flight delays. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
We turn now to flight delays, another aspect of an issue during this government shutdown. Air traffic control workers aren't getting paid, meaning less workers and less flights throughout the day. President Trump is threatening to not give furlough workers retroactive pay when the shutdown is over. That doesn't include air traffic controllers, but they are still on the job, acknowledging a shortage in the position, which is causing travelers issues.
Today, across the country, air traffic controllers forced to work without pay, calling out, causing staffing issues and flight delays. In Southern California, Burbank Airport closing its air traffic control tower as it was left unmanned for hours last night.
Clearance is closed, ground's closed, local's closed, the tower is closed due to staffing.
Controllers at another facility forced to take over, delaying flights more than 2.5 hours all night.
I mean, they're all Democrat delays.
A draft of a new White House memo suggests that 750,000 furloughed government workers are not entitled to back pay.
For the most part, we're going to take care of our people. There are some people that really don't deserve to be taken care of, and we'll take care of them in a different way. Okay?
Why do you say some federal workers should not get their back pay? Why do you say some?
Well, you're going to have to figure that out, okay? Ask the Democrats that question.
In all previous government shutdowns, essential and furloughed workers got all their back pay.
The law is clear. Every single furloughed federal employee is entitled to back pay. Period. Full stop. The law is clear.
And healthcare is still at center of Democrats' demands to reopen the government, pushing for a deal to reverse Medicaid cuts and extend Obamacare subsidies.
The Affordable Care Act tax credit extension is a battle for everyday Americans. And this is another example of Republicans throwing out baseless lies to try to defend their indefensible position.
Today, the FAA warning of new air traffic control shortages in major hubs like Houston and Chicago. Here in Southern California, the Hollywood Burbank Tower is back at full staffing.
Still ahead here on the CBS Evening News, on tonight's roundup, Taylor Swift goes show fanatic on her new album, The Life of a Showgirl. On tonight's Evening Inside, we take a look at how communities in Memphis view the National Guard troops in the city and what they think and how it impacts them. And lastly, we look at the development of Tropical Storm Jerry over the central Atlantic, being the 10th named storm this season. That's next on the CBS Evening News.
Carne asada is back at Chipotle.
It's our best steak ever.
It's fresh, no bad stuff.
With garlic,
cumin, coriander. It's super tender.
Juicy. People love it. And it's so good with our new red chimichurri. You're going to want to put it on everything. 10 out of 10 flavor.
Taylor Swift dropped her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, on October 3rd, and it's already breaking records. Within hours, it became the most streamed album in a single day on Spotify. Critics are calling it catchy, joyful, and filled with some very pointed lyrics. And of course, fans are dissecting every track, every line, looking for clues about her life, her relationships, and what this means for her new chapter. For more, we turn to CBS News correspondent and CBS Mornings anchor Indigo Yeager, who's been tracking the fan response all day.
Abby, they are everywhere on TikTok, on Reddit, on X, and they've been listening nonstop since the day it came out. The reaction to The Life of a Showgirl has been huge. Many say it's a bold step away from her folk and indie eras and a return to big arena-ready pop. Songs like Elizabeth Taylor and Actually Romantic are getting a lot of attention. People think they might reference past relationships or even fire back at old headlines. Streaming numbers are soaring. Spotify confirmed it's the most streamed album in a single day in history, and on Apple Music. It hit #1 in over 60 countries by noon. Abby?
Thank you, Indigo. We turn now to the weather with Cameron DeZeus at our brand new CBS News virtual studio. Cameron?
Okay. Thanks, Abby. Tropical Storm J is getting strength in the Atlantic tonight and is expected to become a hurricane the next couple of days. Follow me this way. Right now, it's still far from the U.S., but it's already sending strong swells towards the Caribbean, and forecasters say parts of the East Coast could feel the effects later this week with dangerous rip currents and rough surf. Let's head over here. At the same time, a separate coast system is starting to form closer to home. If you look down below. This one isn't tropical, but it's expected to bring periods of heavy rain, gusty winds, and potential flooding from the Carolinas to New England, heading into the weekend. And with a full moon driving high tides, coastal flooding could become a real concern for low-lying areas. Let's head back over here. With two systems moving at once from one offshore and one building along the coast, as you can see here, all eyes are on the timing. The question now is not if these systems will bring impacts, but how much and where. Abby, it's all yours.
Thank you, Cameron. Evening Inside is next. Don't go away.
Denny's has 5 slams starting at $5. Full meals, stacked high and under budget. 5 slams starting at $5? That's eating like a genius. Find your booth at Denny's and join the new Denny's Rewards for even more smart savings.
In Memphis, there's a growing concern as National Guard troops move into city neighborhoods. Communities are on edge, unsure of what their presence means and how long it will last. On tonight's Evening Inside, we hear from residents caught in the middle as military patrols raise questions about safety, trust, and the role of force in local streets.
Everything good for you all today?
Good.
For 20 years, Mike Miller's owned Patrick's Restaurant in East Memphis. He's optimistic a federal task force could help make the city safer.
So you welcome the National Guard here?
Yes.
And for those who say they don't, what do you say?
This is an opportunity for us and for our city. I hope we make the most of it.
Mayor Paul Young is against it.
I want to be clear, I did not ask for the National Guard, and I don't think it's the way to drive down crime.
The Trump administration has already deployed Guard troops to Los Angeles and Washington, D.C. on a so-called mission to clean up crime. A CBS News data team review of FBI statistics showed that Memphis had the highest rate of violent crime of all major U.S. cities last year. But Memphis police data shows there was a decrease in violent crime in the first 9 months of this year. Ravonda Ligon's 23-year-old son, John Ryan Ingram, was shot and killed trying to break up a fight nearly 3 months ago.
If they're going to be a buffer between them and the police to help minimize the crime, then that's a great thing.
No one is really talking about the real root issues of crime.
Amber Sherman grew up here. The lifelong activist worries federal troops could do more harm than good.
I think it's also the wrong response, of course, to what's happening in Memphis, but also ignores all the work that we've been doing over the last 2-3 years to really make sure that community members have what they need so they aren't committing crimes.
While President Trump didn't say just how soon we could see those troops, he did say the effort will involve more than just the National Guard. Other agencies like the FBI, ATF, even the U.S. Marshals are too being tapped for this new task force. Nicole Valdez, CBS News, Memphis.
We will be right back.
Big Six for $19.99 is the perfect meal for two.
I can't believe we're on a date.
Oh, I'm just here for Pick Six.
Imagine what our kids would look like.
I don't want to have kids with you.
6 kids.
6?
Pick 6.
Wait, could we eat here every meal?
Yes.
All right, I'm down. Pick 6 meal for two for $19.99.
Finally tonight, a childhood classic that taught generations of kids about friendship, kindness, and that having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card, is celebrating a milestone. Arthur premiered on PBS Kids exactly 29 years ago this week. The animated character and his friends in Elwood City helped shape after-school TV for millions, tackling everything from school bullies to asthma, and even teaching us how to spell. With its timeless jingle and gentle storytelling, Arthur left a mark far beyond cartoons. And tonight, fans young and grown-up are remembering the show that always knew how to keep it real in the most animated way. That's the CBS Evening News. I'm Abby Jones. Have a good night.
What a wonderful kind of day. Learn to work and play and get along with each other. What a wonderful kind of day. What a wonderful kind of day.